Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a story that honestly sounds like it's straight out of science fiction, a potential mega merger of Elon Musk's entire empire. We're going to untangle all the reports suggesting that Tesla, SpaceX, and his new AI venture could actually combine to reshape, well, pretty much everything.
So let's get right into it. The word on the street is that three of the world's most innovative companies, all run by Elon Musk, are in the very early stages of talking about a historic merger. The pieces are definitely moving, and, the implications here are just staggering.
All right, so first things first, who are the key players in this massive potential deal?
Okay, so you've got three heavyweights. In one corner, there's SpaceX, the absolute titan of private space exploration. In another, you have Tesla, the electric vehicle and energy powerhouse that totally flipped the auto industry on its head. And the third player? That's the relative newcomer, xAI, Musk's super ambitious AI startup, which, oh yeah, also owns X.
But here's where it gets really interesting. This isn't just one straightforward plan. Nope. According to reports from both Bloomberg and Reuters, there are actually two different ways this whole mega merger could go down.
Let's break these two paths down. So, scenario one, according to Bloomberg, would be combining SpaceX and Tesla. Just try to imagine that for a second. A single giant for both space travel and sustainable energy. Then you have scenario two from Reuters, which suggests merging SpaceX and xAI. That would create a direct line from cutting-edge AI to the rockets and satellites you'd need to launch it. So you've got two very different strategies, but they both seem to be pointing toward one much, much bigger vision. And that brings us to the big question, right? Why? Why would you even think about combining these huge and, let's face it, pretty different companies? What's the end game here?
Well, the answer is, honestly, it's something straight out of a sci-fi movie. Musk has actually said publicly that he wants to put xAI's massive, power-hungry data centers into orbit. And it turns out both of these merger scenarios would be a direct step toward making that incredible plan a reality.
And this is where it all starts to click. Think about it. Combining SpaceX and xAI puts the AI, like the Grok chatbot, under the same roof as the rockets you need to get it into orbit. But then, how do you power the whole thing? And that's where Tesla comes in. A merger would bring in Tesla's massive energy storage business to juice those data centers floating around in space. So, is this all just talk? Just some crazy rumor? Well, not exactly. Let's follow the clues, because there's a paper trail and a money trail that's getting pretty hard to ignore.
First up, the paper trail. Back on January 21st, two new companies popped up in Nevada with these super cryptic names, K2 Merger Sub. Now, what does that mean? Well, creating a merger sub-company is like step one in the playbook for a major corporate combination. It's a huge tell.
Okay, now for the money. Last year, the Wall Street Journal reported that SpaceX, the rocket company, agreed to pour a staggering $2 billion into Musk's AI startup, xAI. And then just this week, it comes out that Tesla, the car company, has also invested, wait for it, an identical $2 billion into xAI. See the pattern here? Yeah, that's probably not a coincidence. So here's the bottom line. You've got these massive identical investments flowing from two of Musk's other giants directly into his newest one. This just screams strategic alignment. It's like the walls between these companies are already starting to crumble. And just to give you a sense of the sheer scale we're talking about, just look at these numbers. SpaceX alone is reportedly valued at $800 billion. That makes it the most valuable private company in the US, period. You start adding in xAI and X, and any merger here creates a corporate giant of almost unbelievable size and power. So, with all these pieces moving, the legal stuff getting sorted, and billions of dollars flying around, where does this all go from here? And things are moving fast. I mean, really fast. January 21st, those merger companies get created. Just about a week later, the news breaks. And now, the Financial Times is reporting that Musk might want to take SpaceX public as early as this June. The clock is definitely ticking. And that leaves us with the final huge question. With a massive IPO for SpaceX possibly just months away, which path is he going to choose? Will he consolidate his empire into one absolute behemoth before going public? And will that path be defined by energy and exploration, or by artificial intelligence and the stars? Whatever the answer is, it's going to define his legacy.